Oh, hey, Scoobies. How y'all doing? I hope you're doing fantastic. You're like, what the hell? What the hell going on in this fucking place? This ain't no fucking altar, okay? We not at some goddamn altar. What the hell you doing? First of all, calm the fuck down, okay? I need to make some food, and I don't have anything to talk about anymore. Like, I have just given up. I've given up. You're like, oh, that's a lot of butter. What are we making? We're making essentially hamburger helper, but it's my recipe, okay? None of that bullshit nonsense box crap, okay? So I got me some garlic here. Do you see this garlic? I'm kind of looking at my phone to make sure you see shit, but I don't know what you can see, what you can't see. But we got some garlic here. You're like, that's not garlic. That's some bulge. Oh, this. Am I missing? Ugh. Why do they put these? Can you see this? Why do they put these on there? Like, what is the purpose of this? This just makes my life more complicated, and it never comes off in one piece, and blah, blah, blah. So, when you pour, you need to eat. But when you pour, you ain't got no money, okay? And when you pour, you ain't got no food. So, this meal is really, really cheap and easy to make. And all it requires are 3 ingredients. You need yourself some hamburger, okay? So go out and kill yourself a cow. This ain't no vegan channel. Go out and kill yourself a cow. Literally butcher the cow, grab some of the hamburger, and leave the corpse, right? You're gonna need some noodles of whatever is your favorite kind of noodles. And you're gonna need some sauce, okay? And then you're gonna cook it, you're gonna mix it. That's it. That's all. That's the end of this cooking lesson. Christ. I don't know. I kind of ran out of things to talk about in relation to witchcraft. You're like, what are we doing with bacon? Can we fucking one topic at a time, okay? Get yourself some bacon. I don't know. I've ran out of things to talk about. I don't have anything to talk about anymore when it comes. This might be too much bacon. We'll see. We'll see. What we want to do with this bacon is we want to render out the fat, but I like to do it in butter. Okay. We're not trying to get the bacon to be crispy. We're just trying to render out the good stuff. This is, what is this? This is maple bacon. Okay. If you live in Canada, get yourself some of that maple bacon. Okay, mix it in. Now this bacon, you can leave this out. Okay, you don't need this. All you need is the hamburger, the noodles, and the sauce. That's it. But if you want to get fancy-dancy like I am, get yourself some bacon. Now, I realize you can't see everything. I'm sorry about that, okay? This iPhone only goes so far. Can you even see what I'm doing in there? You can kind of see what I'm doing in here, but you can't see everything, so I apologize. I have been on this platform for like 4 years now, and I'm tired of talking about Facebook groups. I'm tired of like attempting to like get it into your guys' heads that witchcraft it's not a toy, which we all know, right? Like we should all know by now that witchcraft is not a toy. Okay? And anybody who thinks that witchcraft is a toy is something that you can just dabble in. Now turn that heat down, okay? You don't want that heat at like an 8, okay? I got mine at like a 4. Because we want to cook the bacon slowly. We want to get the fat out. Now I don't like to cook bacon without some kind of oil or butter already in the pot. And I just needed to get rid of that last piece of butter, so I was like, we're just gonna throw this all in. Now when you cook in this bacon, your primary concern is not to make it crunchy. I mean, if you want to make it crunchy, cook it in a different pot and make it crunchy. But you're going to want to render the fat out and use it in this recipe if you're following along, okay? The amount of bacon you use is up to you and how many people you're trying to feed. But this meal will last me like a week. I've been here for 4 years. I've been doing this witchy thing. I've been doing this YouTube thing, right? And we've been through our ups, we've been through our downs, and we've been here, we've been there. I've ranted, I've raved, I've preached, I've sassed, queened, I've throw in enough shade and drama and all of that fun stuff, and it just, I don't know. I've tried doing like series-oriented content. Here's the other optional ingredient, an onion. Obviously, we don't need this whole damn thing. Okay. I'm probably going to use maybe that much. I don't measure when I'm cooking unless I'm following an actual recipe. But most of the time, it's just slice, 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 and add as much or as little as you want. You can't screw this recipe up. Okay? You really can't. Like I said, it's 3 ingredients. The rest of the stuff that I'm adding is all optional. The other good thing about cooking that bacon really slowly is that we're getting that maple flavor out. I don't like hamburger helper because it's something I grew up on when I was younger, right? Like, I come from poverty. I come from nothing. You know, there's some bullshit tweet going around or comment in one of Jeffree Star's videos where he's like, I literally made glitter out of dirt. No, first of all, Kesha made glitter out of dirt. You have made a mess out of the beauty community with your predatory behavior. You're like, what does Jeffree Star have? This is just a vlog, okay? I'm just talking about the things that I want to talk about. Not everything has to be witchcraft related. Just because I'm the witchy show doesn't mean that it has to be witchy all the time, 24/7. I mean, Tequila got away with doing vlogs, why can't I? And I haven't really done a vlog of any kind in a very long time. So, and I think the last time I ever cooked on this channel was like years ago. Right? I don't know. This channel of mine has just seen all kinds of shit and shenanigans, okay? It's seen shit and shenanigans. Do you guys remember when I had like this PayPal thing and I was like, oh my god, let's support the witchy show? Yeah, no. And then I attempted to do Patreon, and then I wanted to do like the membership thing. Like, I don't have the energy and I don't care anymore. Okay? You're like, we need to move this. Let's move that. Also, yes, cook it in a cast iron. Okay, you need to get yourself some iron. But if you don't have cast iron, that's fine. Cook it in whatever. You do you, girl. Okay, we're gonna do me. And I've tried everything with my channel. I have tried series-oriented content, which none of you liked. And I've tried everything, and it's just like, I don't know, I think I'm doing something wrong. Like, is my content supposed to be all, like, unedited and, like, crappily put together and, like, I don't know. And there's no shame on people who just, like, record and upload, because if you watch Trisha Paytas's videos, that's literally what she does. She just records and uploads. Barely edits anything. Right? And I was kind of inspired when I started this whole YouTube witchcraft journey, right? To just kind of do it the same kind of way. But then I was like, I like aesthetics, right? Like, I can't have an aesthetic craft because I don't have any money. But I can have an aesthetic video, I guess. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna let this kind of render out some of the fat and all of that stuff before we add the hamburger. Okay. And, oh, I need my vape. I don't know what my vape is. Whatever. But I just feel like I don't think I'm stalled because my craft is fine, right? Like the witchy show, like not the witchy show, but like the craft that I practice. Why did I buy another white onion when I have one in here? You know what? We're gonna throw this one in here too. We're gonna take a moment. We're gonna peel the skin off this one, and we're just gonna throw it now. Oh. I don't really use onions in a lot of things. That's a lie. I use onions in everything. Great, I'm gonna start crying now. Christ. Onions are the worst. I hate onions. I love onions. You're like, oh god, you're bipolar much? Yes, you're peeling that onion really. Shut up, okay? No one cares. I'm butchering the onion to get the stupid skin off. And it's making me cry. And it's sorry, okay? It's just sorry. Move the hell out the way. I'm gonna just kind of slice this in half. Oh, we got some green shit growing in there. What the hell growing in my goddamn onion? Motherfucker, get the hell out my onion. Oh, is that still not gonna work? Okay. We'll slice this piece off. There we go. Would you close already? Thank you. Feel like I am done. I don't have any friends on YouTube. I mean, there's Lunar Wisdom, but I went to message her the other day, and like I could see that she read it or whatever. I'm sure she's busy. Like it's just my mind, right? It's just me. It's all me. It's me. Something wrong with me. Also, I quit smoking marijuana because it's too expensive, right? I don't know how much it is in the States, like where you guys live. Oh, this beef that I got. So I have a friend who has a friend. You're like, oh, it's one of those stories. It's a friend of a friend of a friend. No, it's a friend of a friend. And she has a ranch where she raises cattle, and they take it off and they butcher it, and sometimes my friend gets meat from her. And she gets a lot of meat. So I tend to get some of that meat off of her for free. I don't know, I can't tell the difference between this beef and like, say, stuff that you would buy in the grocery store. Okay, we need to move this a bit. Now, some people might add water to this. I don't know why you would add water to this. And some people would drain off the fat from this. I don't know why you would do that either. But because it all adds flavor. Right? It all adds flavor. We're just going to cover that for a minute. And put this over here. Remember, people, see how there's raw food on here? You got to practice food safety, okay? Practice that food safety. We are going to add a little bit more garlic to this. You're like, oh god, how much garlic do you add? You won't taste the garlic, trust. You literally will not taste this garlic. And we're going to add some salt. Some iodized salt. I learned about iodized salt the other day. I was like, why is iodized salt a thing? Apparently, back in the old days, before World War II, even before World War I, there was this issue in the northern part of the States, specifically, where people would have goiter syndromes, right? It's where your thyroid or whatever gets massively huge. And so when World War I struck, a lot of the recruits couldn't actually be recruited because they couldn't fit into their uniforms. So around the 1920s, the United States started adding iodine to salt, right? And now they're seeing a resurgence in some of this goiter stuff because a lot of salt doesn't have iodine in it, okay? Now, if you live by the ocean, okay, some places by the ocean, there's a lot of iodine in the seafood or in the soil around there, so you're getting it naturally that way. But, you know, anywho. So, we're just gonna let that cook for a minute while I sit here and chat with y'all. I don't know, it's been weird. Because it's like there's nothing left. Like, I've shown you everything, right? Like, I've shown you my craft, I've shown you the deepest, darkest parts of myself, I've shown you everything, I've talked about everything, I've preached about everything, I've ranted about everything, and even some of my like live videos where I've gone through, like, right? Like, it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. It's like, how many times can I preach this shit to you people, right? So while that's cooking, we need to get the noodles on. Because my stove is garbage. Okay, my stove is literally garbage. We're gonna put this one far away over here. And the reason my stove is garbage is because it's old. Where did my salt go? I just put it back in here, didn't I? I really want to try this. I bought this. You're like, I thought we were poor. I'm very poor. But I spent $6 on this pure olive oil for cooking because, what am I looking for? Oh, the noodles are already here. Because it looked fancy. You know, just because you're poor doesn't mean that every now and then you can't have fancy things. You're like, Christ, Adam, can we stick to one topic? You were telling us about how you quit weed. You're right, I was. I'm sorry. We're gonna put this one over here. Remember, this is our meat spoon, and we got our other spoon off of there. Okay. Now I gotta find me a damn lid for this thing. Is this a lid? Oh, girl, look at that! I found me a lid that'll work. You're like, we can't see that. I'm sorry, not my problem. So, by the way, I'm cooking all of this on like a 4. So like a 5 is a medium, and this thing goes up to like an 8. So we're just kind of... Oh, you can smell that. Oh God, you can smell the fantasticness of this bacon. Okay. Oh, girl. Now, if you don't have bacon, don't worry about it. Don't add that bacon. But let me go back to my marijuana story. So here in Canada, we can buy, some weed places will sell, we're gonna turn that down a bit because that's almost done. So we're just gonna turn that down to about a 2.5, and we're just gonna leave that covered for a moment. You can buy marijuana at about like 14 grams, but it's like $100 almost at that point, right? So like a 3.5 would cost me roughly $50, right? So, and I was a heavy smoker, like 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day, like just chasing that dragon all the damn time, right? Like it has fucked up my memory. I don't have short-term memory. I don't even have long-term memory. I don't remember, like today I went and ran some errands. I don't remember them. I don't even remember leaving the house. I have the feeling that I left the house, but I don't remember what I left the house for, or if I left the house. And I know I left the house, but, you know, it's one of those things. Is this hamburger done? Motherfucker. I'm gonna take this off the heat. I'm actually gonna cook that uncovered. You know, cast iron holds that heat really well, so I probably could move this off the heat. Make sure that hamburger's cooked, people. Don't be poisoning your family, okay? Now, if you wanted to, and you wanted crispy chunks of bacon, I would have cooked the bacon separately, okay? And then just mix it in after. But one of the things, we are going to move this off the heat because that's done, and we can bring this one over to here, turn off that one, crank the heat over here, get those noodles done. Oh, we're gonna cover that back up. Now, one of the issues is that weed's expensive, right? So I was smoking a lot, and then all of a sudden it was like, I need to just quit. It's too expensive. This is why I'm poor. All of my disposable income, all the money I could be putting into savings is going towards this thing, right? And they say weed's addictive, and maybe it is, but I don't have the cravings. I mean, every now and then it'd be nice to have a joint, but it's not like I'm going to go out and buy one. Like, I don't want to do that. It's not like heroin where it's you start withdrawing and then you start getting cravings and it's really hard to fight it. I've never done heroin, but I've watched enough documentaries to make assumptions, okay? And you know what they say about assumptions? They make an ass out of you and me. So, so it's just been, it's been interesting because I have been quote unquote clean, like whatever the fuck that means, for what, like a week now, and the sleep is better, right? Like I sleep better. The appetite is better. I'm not eating everything in my house and it's mother's dog, which is nice. And connecting with my spirits, especially with the Morrigan and other demons that I work with, has been clearer, right? The only downside is that you don't have a memory, okay? There's like no memory. You don't have short-term or long-term memory. Let's go outside and freeze to death while these noodles cook. Oh, before we go outside and freeze to death, I don't know why my flash just came on, but okay, we got the flash on, whatever. This is a new, what the fuck is it called? Space heater that I bought. I have one in my room, but it has been so cold here. Like, it has gotten down to like -40. So these are IKEA candles, obviously, and these giant taper candles are also IKEA candles, and everything's IKEA, because I'm fucking poor, okay? When you're poor, you can't afford anything. This is a love jar that I'm slowly working, and I'm pouring more wax on top because I need to put a candle on top, and that's a cork. It's a burnt cork. So we're putting some, is that dry? Oh, it is. Okay, I can put a candle on top there now. I couldn't put a candle on there before because it's a cork, right? And it was burnt and just not working. So, I don't know. What the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, we were going outside while those damn noodles were cooking. What the hell is going on? There's something dripping. Oh God. And there's a lot of like mist and crap. But look at this. Look at all this snow. Anyways, it's like -40 fucking degrees out there. Why the hell is that dripping? What the hell is that crazy ass doing upstairs? Anyways, we need to go back inside. Motherfucker. These are my plants. Don't you like my plants? We got a ficus, and we got an ivy, and we got catnip that I brought inside from the summertime, and it's just starting to bounce back. It's a kind of a mess. And we got a spider plant, and you're like, why are they under lights? Bitch, I ain't got all the fucking window space in this goddamn house. So I just put them under lights on top of where I store my stuffs, okay? My stuffs. Okay, oh, let me show you those candles, motherfucker. Let me show you. Okay, so I got these black ones, right? Ooh, I got these from the dollar store. How much were these? Okay, we're $3.50. And then, I know, calm down. Oh, motherfucker. Look at these. Ooh, girl. We gotta go check those noodles. Okay, we back. You're like, what the hell is going on in this video? We're making food. Okay, we're making food. These noodles are not done. Not in any way, motherfucker. Not in any way, they're not done. No, they're not. You're like, maybe you should turn down the heat a bit. Shut the fuck up, Cindy Lou Who. Okay. You're like, there's a name we haven't heard in a while. We're gonna turn that down to about a 5. Okay, let's go back to the, oh wait, is that gonna, motherfucker. You know what? You boil with the damn lid off. Ain't nobody give no fucks. Okay, let's go back to the candle thing, okay? Go back to the candle thing. Okay, those damn noodles are gonna take forever to cook. I don't know why, noodles take forever. So these are 8 35 centimeter, 14 inch, 10 hour long burning can. Why did I buy these? And where did I buy them? Well, you should be able to figure it out based off of all the signage crap. I got them from IKEA. But I bought something else, okay? Ooh! Maybe I'll do a review. Maybe. But I got vampire and cedar and sandalwood and myrrh. You're like, how much did this $24. And I don't know. The fuck are these? They're not in English. But they're by him. I don't know, they're not in English. And then I got some of these, but I didn't bother to label them, so I forgot which ones they are. I'm sorry. Okay, where did I get these from? It's called Son of Pharaoh. We have one here in town. I don't know if you have ever heard of this place, or if you have one by you or whatever, but we have one here. In fact, we got 2 of them. And they're cheap for incense. Like, these are like, what? I think they were like $2 or maybe $1 or something. And then these are like 40 sticks for like $3 or $4. And I'm just like, ooh, okay, motherfucker. And then he was nice enough. Let me go over to the altar. He was nice enough. You're like, you're making a mess everywhere. I know. Oh, look, we got more vampire. We burned the vampire. I think I'm gonna sneeze. Am I gonna sneeze? We got some agara wood. I really like the smell of this stuff. And this is the sample that he gave me. Okay, like a whole box. What is this called? Negchampa Palo Santo. Oh my god, this shit smells amazing. Okay. And then this is our garbage incense. You're like, what happened to all the other garbage incense? I burned through all the other garbage incense, okay? Is this my last coal? How many coals do I have left? Oh, motherfucker. And these are my sticks. Remember, sage is a lie. Some stupid person in my comments on one of my videos was like, sage can't lie. Sage doesn't lie. It's impossible for sage. I don't know. Go back to that video, find that stupid comment. It's the avatar is purple. Obviously, an inanimate object cannot lie to you, okay? Don't be fucking stupid. Inanimate objects don't lie to people, okay? People lie to people. You're like, how many times have you lied to us? Many. I have lied to people many times. About what? I don't know. You figure it out. I give up, okay? I give up. I'm done. I'm done with this YouTube experience. I'm just done with everything. Fucking exhausted, okay? I've also been getting really frustrated with my job because I don't understand half of what I'm doing. And because of that, they're all like, oh yeah, wear a mask, people. And because of that, do we need to take these damn noodles out? Let me put this back here. Okay. So because of my frustrations with my job, it's just been adding to the stress level of my life, right? Because it's nothing wrong with the job. The job is fine. It's me. It's always me. It has to be me. Are these done yet? I don't think they're done yet. No, any more time. Motherfucker, they almost done, but they're not done. So, I don't know. My job's just been frustrating because it just feels like I'm not making any progress. I mean, I love my job. I do. I really do. But I've been having dreams about my car being stolen. And I've been having dreams about a key being given to me. And according to my Google research, when your car is stolen, it usually, because your car symbolizes something about you. I don't know what the fuck it symbolizes about you, but it symbolizes something. And when your car is stolen in your dream, it usually means that you're giving control or you're losing control to something. And it usually has something to do with a lover or a job or finances. And I'm like, I cannot lose this job. I cannot lose this job. I need this job. You're like, why did you put more salt in there? I don't know. I just put more salt in there, okay? I'm sorry. You're like, do you know how to cook? No. No, I don't. But we're going to cover that. We're going to let that come back to a boil. And we're going to deal with it later. But it just, I don't know. Everything just feels like a mess. I don't want to do YouTube videos right now. I don't have anything to talk about. And you're like, why are you doing this? Because I'm being Trisha Paytas for a moment, okay? We're having a kitchen vlog. It's probably what I'm going to title this fucking shit show of a video. Oh, you guys want to see something else? You're like, oh, your noodles are boiling over. Shut the fuck up. Look at all of my mortar and pestles. You're like, Christ, how many do you have? I've lost count. Okay, we need to deal with this. Do we really need to deal with that? Can't you just boil away on your own damn time? Like, what is the purpose of having lids for pots if you're constantly doing this every 5 seconds? Like, you're constantly lifting it, constantly this, constantly that. Where is my strainer? Oh, for fuck's sakes. You're like, just leave the damn... Shut the fuck up. Okay, my channel, not yours. That's the other thing. There is no witchy channels. We all know the typical witchy channels. But there is no other witchy channels out there. I haven't found any. Right? Aside from Molly, Tequila, who doesn't even upload anymore. Ravenways, who doesn't even talk about witchcraft anymore. I don't even know what she's doing with her channel. But I mean, girl, you do you. Amber Honeyraven doesn't upload anymore. The Witch of Seacliff, she uploads, but I don't know, like, what she's about. Right? Like, I don't know what she's about. I was watching her do this love spell stuff, like this return to me love spell stuff. I'm gonna turn this down to about a 2.5. Now we're gonna mix in these. Okay, not that damn difficult. Mix it all together, tubies. And like, there's no. I think the problem is I need inspiration. Right? Like, the Blue Witch uploads, but like her videos don't get very many views anymore. Unlike when she first started, her videos were getting views all the time. And I was like, is this a new path that maybe I could go down where I can do, you know, similar kind of workings, but for myself instead of other people, because I will never do workings for another person. You're like, we saw that noodle go under there. Shut the fuck up. Okay? My house, when I cook, it's a mess. Okay? Now, this is the sauce I'm going to be using. I don't know what the sauce is. Do we have one where the damn label isn't broken? I thought I bought 2 of these. Motherfucker, did I not buy 2 of these? Motherfucker, I did not buy 2 of these. I think this is like... Oh no, this is a Romano cheese and tomato... Whatever. Pour all that shit in there. Now you might be thinking, honey, I'm too poor to buy sauce. You had other problems, because this thing was like $2. Okay. Let's turn that heat down to a minimum, because we don't need to be cooking this. Mix that around really, really well. Now, in the process of mixing, if you have it, but if you don't, a pinch. You're like, cinnamon? What the hell would you put some? Because it's going to make it taste sweet. Okay? And mix, and that's all you need, is just the tiniest pinch. Okay? You don't need a lot, okay? You're gonna taste the cinnamon, but it's not going to taste like cinnamon. It's going to taste kind of sweet. Now, mix that shit around really, really well until everything is coated. Okay? You're like, you're doing this in a cast iron? That's gonna ruin the iron. No, it's not. Okay? No, it's not. Make sure your food stays in the thing that you're mixing it in, okay? Unlike me. Don't be a fucking slob. You're like, you should do more videos like this. No, because then I would become Cindy Lou Who. And I am neither a vegan nor am I wanting to teach you guys how to cook. There's still a lot of sauce in there. We'll deal with that later. Save these and use them for witchy stuff. Okay, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Okay? Now, can we fix this camera thing? There we go. You're like, this does not look that appetizing. Trust, it is. This will feed me for weeks. You're like, weeks, eh? More like a week. Okay. And this is what it looks like. Isn't that delicious looking? You're like, not really. It kind of looks like vomit. Oh. It does not taste like vomit though. Mmm. You taste the cinnamon. You get that maple flavor. Mmm. I think the noodles could have done with an extra couple minutes, but they're not hard. They're not as soft as noodles are supposed to be. Cook your shit the proper length of time, okay? At least when it comes to noodles. When it comes to meat, make sure that shit's cooked all the way through. Mmm. 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 Right? And it's mostly the texture that you get is like a hamburger. Mmm. But you get that maple flavor from the bacon. And then you get the aftertaste of cinnamon. You're like, is this a dessert or is this dinner? This is dinner. Mmm. I mean, if your kids don't like Hamburger Helper, I hated it growing up. I really did. I hated Hamburger Helper growing up. I feel like this recipe would be really great for them. Because it's gonna taste like a sweet, right? Like kids like sweet things. You're like, how old are you? I'm fucking ancient. Anyways, so I know that this video didn't really go anywhere. I just wanted to try this fucking, what's it called? Vlog thingy, because I haven't done one in forever. And just chat with y'all. Okay? And make dinner. Okay, we made dinner. You're like, oh god, we did make dinner. Exactly, bitches. We made dinner. We gooch. So, until next time, tubies, and I don't know when next time will be. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck cares? I'm tired.